Okay, let's explain the out of alignment scenario. And this scenario on the EuroCAD on the daily time frame today, the 7th of December 2024, almost the end of the year. This scenario is going to explain not only the out of alignment scenario, but also how price can transition from a downtrend to an out of alignment scenario, and then to an uptrend. So I saw this scenario while I was rewriting the lesson to add new scenarios, and I came up with this one, which is just perfect. Okay, so this video is going to explain, well, we're going to go over some of the lessons that you have already read, like the how to draw the trend line, peaks and valleys and CPs and everything, and you're going to see how we can put all of that together. Okay, so if we start from right there from the top, okay, we're going to use this price action to apply all the rules that you have learned so far. Okay, so we're going to start with this reading price action. So this is a peak, rally based drop. This is not a peak. This is a drop based drop. That's a CP. So we cannot draw a trend line like this because, as you already know, we cannot use CPs to draw a trend line. Okay, so we continue going down, and then we see here drop base, okay, rally base drop, another peak. So since we've got this peak over here and that peak over there, now we can draw a bearish trend line. So we can use that. Okay, we cannot cut through candles, so well, this snap thing's driving me crazy. Okay, so if we do the chain analysis, we're going to see that there was demand over there eliminated. So we're not going to do that. I just wanted to show you this. Okay, so if we sort of hide price action with the replay tool from TradingView, at this time we had demand eliminated over there, and we had one peak and two peaks. So this is a clear downtrend, and this is a supply level. Okay, we need to do top-down analysis to assess if this is going to hold or not. On the website, Center for Online Trading Academy, I was saying, okay, this was reached, manage aggressively because the trend line is already broken, so probably it's going to be eliminated, and that is exactly what happened. Okay, but the point is here that we are using now several of the rules that you have learned so far. We connect two consecutive peaks, okay, and we draw a trend line. So once there is a full candle, okay, full candle, I mean the low, the open, the close, and the high, not touching the trend line, we will consider the trend line as broken, and we will enter in the out of alignment stage. We will no longer have a downtrend anymore. Okay, so what happens? Let me disable the replay functionality. Okay, so what happens here is that this candle here, this large candlestick body over there, as you can see, the low is not touching the trend line, and the full candle is consolidating away. This is the concept that you have already learned, and this is crucial. Okay, so what happens here, what happens here is that the trend line was broken with that candle, and then followed by 2-3 more candles, so it clearly consolidated away. So as per the trend line rule, the origin of the move becomes demand, an imbalance. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to do this because this is driving me crazy. Okay, snap tool. So by the time this candle happens, one sec, that candle happens, that white candle over there, we will consider the trend line as broken. If the trend line is broken or supply is eliminated, the downtrend will no longer exist. So right now, the downtrend is no longer available because there is a full candle with the low and the open and the close and the high consolidated in a way not touching or intersecting with the trend line. This candle over there was intersecting, clearly touching and intersecting with the trend line, so the downtrend was not there yet. So the trade would have been valid and it was dropping like this, and I mentioned on the website that we should be managing the short position aggressively because this could be broken, and it actually was broken, as you will see now. Okay, you have already seen it. So if I stop the replay functionality, as you can see, there's a higher high, it goes lower, prints a low, and we might be thinking this is what was going to happen. I was expecting that, okay? So here would have been great for a reaction from there. I expected that. But what happened? It paused for 3 consecutive candles, 3 days, because this is the daily time frame, and then it rallied very strongly and eliminated supply. Okay? So if a supply level is eliminated or the trend line is broken, we are going to have the out of alignment scenario. We already had the out of alignment scenario right there. Okay, so if we go one more candle, I think this is it. Okay, that's the button. So now it's clearly, right? It's very, very clear. Just in case, imagine that you draw the trend line like this and you think, oh no, it's not consolidating away. It's touching. No, it is touching. But just in case, there's one more candle. Now 3 candles, okay, that clearly tells you that this is no longer a downtrend and you should get out of the position. Okay, so then what happens? As you already know the definition of an uptrend, we need 2 consecutive valleys connected by a trend line and supply being eliminated. That's the picture of an uptrend using supply and demand. So what do we have here? Isn't this a valley? A drop based on a strong rally, and this is also a valley. So we draw the basic structure like that. So what do we have now? We have a bullish trend line. So what was before an out of alignment scenario with a downtrend before this candle breaks the trend line with a full or entire candle, this downtrend becomes an out of alignment, and once we are capable of drawing or locating 2 valleys, because we have here like 2 full candles, the bodies about this structure, so we have like structure on top of structure, so this is not a CP, this is a valley. So now we have the possibility of drawing a trend line connecting 2 valleys, and supply has been eliminated. So we had a downtrend. After this candlestick closes and consolidates away above the trend line without intersecting with it, we get the out of alignment stage. Okay? And once we get this demand level breaking the supply and the possibility of drawing a bullish trend line, we have an uptrend. Okay? A new demand level, and that's why I've got the alert set at this new demand level over there. Probably will continue to rally higher, which is even better for demand here, and the imbalance will become stronger. Okay, so this is it more or less, and this is what you need to do in an uptrend, downtrend, blah blah blah. So imagine that this happens now. Price starts to rally and then price drops. It breaks the trend line with a full candle, the same way that this broke the base trend line, and then we start the whole process again. So you will see that this is what's going on, then this is what's going on the daily, and then we are going to use the multiple time frame analysis to decide if we can buy or not. Okay, but this lesson is not about that. This lesson comprised, okay, it was summarizing like many of the lessons and concepts you have learned so far. I mean, connecting 2 peaks, this is a CP, we don't use it for drawing trend lines, the out of alignment stage, the creation of a new imbalance at the origin of the move, and the creation of a new demand level responsible for eliminating a supply level. And this is an uptrend because of the 2 valleys and the supply level being eliminated. So as you can see, this video is like just perfect to explain the valleys and peaks and CPs and the out of alignment stage, a downtrend and an uptrend. I mean, this scenario is perfect. So I don't need to explain it with other scenarios. Probably I'm going to do other videos where those will happen. But this is it. I mean, there's nothing else. Okay. If you get this like very, very clear in your mind, you will, be easing your way into more, not complicated, but complicated concepts. But this is it. Hopefully you understand what it is. So there will be other videos explaining other concepts. But this one is a good example for the trend.